It's a very extensive ruling. You can tell it from Justice Jackson's dissent. She's mad as a bag of cats, and that's probably a good thing for the American people.
The Supreme Court of the United States just delivered a massive win for President Trump, ruling in a 6-3 opinion that allows his order restricting birthright citizenship to go into effect. This is a huge deal because what this really is a ruling over the rogue judiciary that has tried to block the president's agenda every step of the way. Here is CNN's senior legal analyst explaining what this means. Then, Justice Amy Coney Barrett published the opinion on this ruling and absolutely torched Ketanji Brown Jackson in it, exposing the overall lack of respect that the justices on the court have for the DEI Supreme Court justice. Check this out. I'm Zach Costello.
To Donald Trump, multiples of that. And now, finally, this case has made its way up to the Supreme Court. And so we're going to go through this case as quickly as we can. It looks like, at first glimpse, and we're just starting, it looks like the court has put some limits on the ability of district courts, trial courts, to issue those kind of rulings. And it looks like the court has said district courts only have the power to do that in certain very narrow circumstances. So we're going to go through this and get the details soon, but that's the gist.
So there you go. This ruling sets the precedent for limits on district court judges. And regardless of the specific issue of birthright citizenship, this is what is so important about this ruling. This precedent can now be applied to all of the other agenda items that these rogue district court judges have gotten in the way of. Justice Amy Coney Barrett published the opinion on this ruling and absolutely ripped fellow justice and DEI nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson in it. This is brutal. She writes this: "We will not dwell on Justice Jackson's argument, which is at odds with more than 2 centuries worth of precedent, not to mention the Constitution itself. We observe only this: Justice Jackson decries on imperial executive while embracing on imperial judiciary. No one disputes that the executive has a duty to follow the law, but the judiciary does not have unbridled authority to enforce this obligation. In fact, sometimes the law prohibits the judiciary from doing so." She then cites a specific example, precedent from Marbury versus Madison. She gives that specific example and then brings up Jackson's dissent. She writes, "Justice Jackson just skips over the part that actually set the precedent because analyzing the governing statute involves boring legalese." Ooh, ouch. And she continues, "In other words, it is unnecessary to consider whether Congress has constrained the judiciary. What matters